You are now listening to Carolina Forest Basketball, presented by the voice of Panthers basketball, Brogan Hillman.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Panther Den for the final time in this regular season. The 2025-26 regular season is already coming to an end as your 15-7 Carolina Forest Panthers are set to take on the 9-15 North Myrtle Beach Chiefs. This one will be a big one for Carolina Forest as St. James and Conway currently sit as the top two teams in the region. St. James is 9-0 in region play, 19-3 on the year. They have had a phenomenal season. Conway right behind them, 6-3, same region record as Carolina Forest, 11-12 in regular season play as a whole, but they hold a tiebreaker over Carolina Forest. Those two teams again will play each other tonight in a huge region matchup because if Conway loses that game, Carolina Forest takes care of business and wins here in the Panther Den tonight. Carolina Forest is going to jump the Conway Tigers and finish region play second in all of Region 6. So it'll be a big one in terms of standings and determining seeding for the playoffs. So desperately needed a win tonight. Carolina Forest again taking on that North Myrtle Beach squad. They faced them earlier in the season and they took down the Chiefs. Looking to do that once again here in the final home game, or game in total for that matter, of the 2025-26 basketball season. So this should be a good one. Some things to note for tonight. J.J. Gray, 25 points per game, finishing first in all of Region 6. If he has another good game tonight, that'll cement him as the top finisher in points per game in the region. He also leads in rebounds per game with 7.5. 129 free throws to boot with that. Second in all of 5A in the state of South Carolina, first in Region 6. Also 47 three-pointers made for JJ on 31% shooting from beyond the arc. That marks him at second in all of Region 6, and 5 double-doubles throughout the course of the year, putting him at first in Region 6. Nixon Coney for the Panthers, been a unit all year on the defensive side of the ball, wreaking havoc, getting his hands out there and making it uberly difficult for any opposing offense. 2.4 steals per game averaged for Nixon Coney. That marks him third in all of the region. Cade Taylor, the other one of that trio of first region players to start the season. 35 threes made for Cade, marks him third in all of the region. 3.7 assists per game marks him first in Region 6. We're about to have starting lineups announced as well as the national anthem, and we'll be right back with tip-off action here in the final game of the 2025-26 regular season. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back once these starting lineups are announced.
Have things in your way that you don't have the time or means to move? You can call GT Junk Removal at 843-605-2147 for quotes to move stuff efficiently and effectively. Again, that's 843-605-2147. Make sure to clean up your life and get those things out of your way.
If you need your car detailed and cleaned, you're in luck. Beach Boys Detailing is a respected and dedicated car detailing business around the Carolina Forest area. You can find the Beach Boys at 843-455-6182 or on their Instagram, Beach Boys Detailing Go. Again, that number is 843-455-6182. The Beach Boys hope to see you soon.
As your starting lineups are announced, first, the visiting North Myrtle Beach Chiefs going to be number 1, Premier Lewis, the senior guard, followed by number 2, freshman guard Caden Bass, number 5, junior point guard Rio Stevenson, number 10, senior wing Luke Barrett, and number 20, the junior power forward playing center tonight, Porter England. And for your Carolina Forest Panthers, it's the similar lineup they've been rolling out all year. Number 1, J.J. Gray. Number 2, Nixon Coney. Number 3, Cade Taylor. Number 4, R.J. Henry. And the big man in the middle, number 10, Jaden Nolan. To jump, it's going to be Jaden Nolan and Porter England. So this one should be good. A little bit of confusion on the tip-off, so they're going to get ready to redo it, and it's going to be up, won by the visiting North Myrtle Beach Chiefs. And it's going to be number 5, Rio Stevenson, bringing it up the court. Stevenson looking around, finds his guy eventually. It's going to be Bass. Bass, top of the key, swings it to Lewis. Thought about an early three, not going to pull. Instead, he's going to pull a jump shot just inside the arc, not going to go. Rebound from Cade Taylor. Taylor going to swing it to Zinconi. Going to find Gray on the left corner. Gray back to Zinconi, top of the key, working against Bass. Zinconi going to spot up and shoot a three, and he knocks it down. Early triple for Nick Zinconi. Steps up and puts it right in. 3-0 Carolina Forest leads. 7:24 remaining in the first quarter. Now in the corner going to be Bass. Gets it back up to England at the top of the key. England going to pick it back to Bass. Bass floater into the paint. Not going to go. Rebound, J.J. Gray. He has 7.5 averaged per game. First in the region. Moving around now is going to find Henry at the top of the key. Henry for three. He knocks it down. 2 early triples for Carolina Forest to get the scoring going on the night. Going to be 6-0, 6:55 remaining now in the first quarter. Going to be Lewis, top of the key for the Chiefs. Lewis going to spot up at the free throw line. No good. Rebounds Zinconi. Carolina Forest pushing it the other way. Zinconi looks around, finds Taylor. Taylor for three. Does not go. Off the front of the rim and out. Carolina Forest 2 for 3 from beyond the arc. It's going to be Stevenson. Stevenson's going to find his guy in Bass. Bass working on that left corner. He's guarded by R.J. Henry, trying to make something happen. Henry sticking to him like some glue. Now this one's going to swing it to the corner. He finds Lewis. Lewis again picked up by Henry. He's all over the floor already to start in these first 2 minutes. Going to swing back to Stevenson. Stevenson against Taylor into the paint. Thought about shooting. Instead finds Lewis in the corner. Lewis tried to get into the paint. Loses the ball. They're going to say it was last touched by Zinconi of Carolina Forest. It's going to remain North Myrtle ball, and they are set to inbound on the baseline. Inbounding. It's going to be Luke Barrett. Barrett finds his guy top of the key. It's Bass. Bass brings it to the right corner. Now he's going to try to drive into the paint, working against Henry. Picked up his pivot foot, going to be called a travel. Turnover for North Myrtle. Carolina Force now set to inbound on the baseline. It'll be Zinconi inbounding for the Panthers. Zinconi finds Taylor. Taylor gives it right back to Zinconi, trying to make something happen. Full court press implemented from North Myrtle Beach. Got to be courteous to get past that half-court line. Eventually they do. Finds Henry. Henry open for three in the corner. He knocks it down. 3 early triples for Carolina Force gives them an early 9-0 lead. 5:37 remaining in the first quarter. North Myrtle again yet to get on the board. Looking to change that is going to be Rio Stevenson, who goes right into the paint. A beautiful little push shot. And he starts the scoring for North Myrtle. 9-2 now. Chiefs cut it down to 7. 5:21 remaining in the first quarter. And as Zinconi drove into the paint, got a bit of an arm there. It's going to be called a foul on North Myrtle. Not exactly sure who that foul goes on. Looks like it's going to be against Premier Lewis, the senior guard. Carolina forcing the inbound, found an open Henry. 3 attempt goes off the side of the rim and no good. Rebound for Bass, and North Myrtle has it moving the other way. It's going to be Stevenson once again into the paint. This time he loses the ball. They're going to say it goes off of him, and it's going to be Carolina Force inbound on the baseline. The second turnover from North Myrtle early on in this contest. Zinconi inbounds to Taylor. Once again, just gets it right back to Zinconi, and he's trying to break that full court press. He finds Henry. Henry finds Gray. Going to swing to an open Taylor. Thought about shooting. Instead dumps it off to Nolan. Nolan jump shot off the side of the rim. No good. Rebound Stevenson, and North Myrtle has it once again. Stevenson dishes up to Lewis. Lewis pickpocketed by Taylor. Zinconi finds Gray. Gray into the paint. Layup attempt. No good. Going to be an offensive rebound for Zinconi. Going to keep the play alive. He finds Nolan. Nolan once again for a jumper. Not going to go off the side of the rim and out. Rebound for England. And North Myrtle Beach once again has the response. It's going to be Stevenson, top of the key. He finds Lewis. Lewis moving around, finds Bass. Bass, spot up 3, no good off the back iron. Rebounds Zinconi, and Carolina Force is going to take it the other way. He pushes up, finds Gray. Gray to Taylor. Taylor spots up for 3, does not go. Rebound by Stevenson, and North Myrtle has possession once again. Driving, thought about bringing it into the paint, just going to redirect top of the key and try to make something happen. He finds Lewis in the corner. Lewis back up to Stevenson, top of the key again. He finds Barrett. Barrett thought about shooting, instead gives it right to Bass in that left corner now, working against Gray. Gray, one of the better defenders in this region. 2.7 steals per game, second in all of Region 6. And that one's going to get away, stolen by R.J. Henry. Carolina Force obviously has some defensive power, and they're putting it on full display tonight as there's 3:42 remaining in the first quarter. Just 2 points for North Myrtle to start this contest. It's going to be Nolan now. Nolan dishes it in to Taylor inside the paint, gets poked away. They're going to say it was last touched by a North Myrtle defender. It's going to remain Carolina Force ball, and it's going to be Cade Taylor set to inbound on the baseline. Substitution for Carolina Force going to be Eric Morales and Brandon Johnson subbing in. They will replace R.J. Henry and Nick Zinconi. Also looks to be a substitution for North Myrtle Beach. They're going to replace Caden Bass. Coming in for him is going to be Tavion Barine. Dish now to Gray. Gray spots up for the post jump shot right on the mark. 11-2. Carolina Force extends that lead back to 9. 3:18 remaining in the first quarter. Bringing it up top of the key, going to be Rio Stevenson. Stevenson going to find England. England didn't have a shot, gives it right back to Stevenson on the left wing, working against Cade Taylor. Again, all 5 guys of Carolina Force has on the floor right now have the capability to create a turnover and get a gritty stop. It's going to be Stevenson, top of the key, post up, not going to go. Rebound J.J. Gray, as he has 7.5 average per game on the season. Goes to Johnson. Johnson back to Gray. Going to spot up and shoot. Top of the key. Knocks it down. 14-2. Carolina Force an early 12-point lead. And we know he likes to shoot those threes. 25 points per game. First in all of the region. And J.J. Gray on the board tonight. Now on the other end. Going to be Barrett. Lost it for North Myrtle. They're going to say Gray stepped on the sideline in the process of the steal. It's going to remain North Myrtle Beach ball. and they are set to inbound right on that side that Gray stepped out on. Set to inbound is going to be Tavion Vereen for North Myrtle. Vereen looking, finds his guy. He finds Brycey Gore, but Gore loses it, and that ball's on the ground. And it's going to be a steal, taken away from Taylor. Taylor finds Gray in the corner. Gray for three, knocks it down once again. 8 points on the night for J.J. Gray, and Carolina forced up 17-2 with just 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the first quarter. North Myrtle Beach going to call a timeout, down 15 in the first quarter. So we'll take a quick timeout with them, and we'll be right back with the end of the first quarter. Don't go anywhere.
Have things in your way that you don't have the time or means to move? You can call GT Junk Removal at 843-605-2147 for quotes to move stuff efficiently and effectively. Again, that's 843-605-2147. Make sure to clean up your life and get those things out of your way.
If you need your car detailed and cleaned, you're in luck. Beach Boys Detailing is a respected and dedicated car detailing business around the Carolina Forest area. You can find the Beach Boys at 843-455-6182 or on their Instagram, Beach Boys Detailing Go. Again, that number is 843-455-6182. The Beach Boys hope to see you soon.
As the timeout expires, 60-second timeout called from North Myrtle Beach. Remains 17-2. Carolina Forest, 15-point lead. 2:10 remaining in the first quarter. Fast start for this Panthers offense nonetheless. Inbound for North Myrtle Beach. It's going to be Carolina Forest with a full court press now against the Chiefs. It's going to be Lewis in the corner. He's able to get it out. He swings it to Gore. Gore goes right back to Vereen. Vereen now trying to swing it, and he's going to lose the ball. Got him back from Lewis for North Myrtle Beach. He will be working against Brandon Johnson at the top of the key. Also on the floor for North Myrtle Beach going to be Eric Lewis. So we got two Lewis, which I presume to be brothers. I could be wrong. I'm going to avoid calling them brothers just for the sheer fact that they might not be. But into the paint goes Premier Lewis, one of those Lewis guys on the North Myrtle Beach bench. Looks like it's going to be called a foul. This one's going to go against Carolina Forest. And that's going to go against number 1, J.J. Gray. That'll also be his. Actually, that's going to be an offensive foul. So they're going to say that goes against Premier Lewis, not J.J. Gray. Wrong number 1 we got there. And that'll be Premier's second foul of the game. Something to watch as he could find himself in early foul trouble. It's going to be Cade Taylor set to bring the ball up the floor for Carolina Forest. Taylor splits 3 guys, eventually loses it, taken away by Rio Stevenson, and North Myrtle Beach will be taking this one the other way. It's going to be Bass. Bass on the right wing, thought about shooting. Taylor closed out that gap fast, goes back to Stevenson. Stevenson will be working against Brandon Johnson. Has it on the right wing, tries to get into the paint. Pivot step, finally finds Vereen. Vereen working. Back top of the key. Finds Stevenson. He's working against Sario. Sario, big body, getting in his way, not giving him a lane. This one's still being swung around. Stevenson finally gets it back top of the key. He's going to find Vereen. Vereen loads up for 3. Does not go. Misses the rim. It's going to land out of bounds, and it's going to be Carolina Forest ball. Set to inbound, going to be Eric Morales for Carolina Forest. He gets it to Taylor. Taylor gets it all the way up to Johnson, nearing half court. Eventually they get it past. Still Johnson on the right wing. Going to give it back to Taylor, working top the key. He is going to be guarded by Tavion Vereen. He's going to swing, find an open Gray for 3. Not going to go off the side of the rim. Rebound North Myrtle Beach, and it's Vereen on the board. He'll bring it back up top of the key. Thought about finding Stevenson, but Morales closed that pass lane fast. Vereen, happy he didn't throw that one. Surely would have been stolen. Now, it's going to go to Gore, who posts up for the shot. Does not go. Rebound, Brandon Johnson. And that will expire the first quarter. Just didn't see the clock. Didn't know how much time was left. Was in the process of bringing it up the court. and the first quarter is going to expire. Again, 17-2 at the end of the first quarter. Carolina Forest holds a big 15-point lead, and we're going to go right to a break to end off this first quarter. Again, Carolina Forest leads 17-2, and we'll be right back with second quarter action.
Do you have things in your way that you don't have the time or means to move? You can call GT Junk Removal at 843-605-2147 for quotes to move stuff efficiently and effectively. Again, that's 843-605-2147. Make sure to clean up your life and get those things out of your way.
If you need your car detailed and cleaned, you're in luck. Beach Boys Detailing is a respected and dedicated car detailing business around the Carolina Forest area. You can find the Beach Boys at 843-455-6182 or on their Instagram, Beach Boys Detailing Go. Again, that number is 843-455-6182. The Beach Boys hope to see you soon.
As we are set for second quarter action, bringing it up the floor for Carolina Forest, going to be Cade Saylor. He works against Rio Stevenson, has it top of the key. He's going to swing it to the right wing, finds Brandon Johnson. Johnson hits Gray on the post, trying to work against Bass. Hits it back out to Johnson for three, not going to go. Rebounded by North Myrtle Beach. It's going to be Bass working top of the key. He's fighting against Morales. Eventually swinging, finding his guy. Luke Barrett who knocks down the three. 17-5, North Myrtle back within 12. Now it's going to be Morales on the left wing, fires a three of his own, not going to go. Rebound once again, North Myrtle Beach. It's going to be Scott on the rebound. And North Myrtle Beach is on the attack once again. Stevenson, top of the key. He finds Bass. Bass thought about shooting, working against Johnson, pulls it back, gives it right back to Stevenson, working the sideline. Finds once again Barrett for three. He knocks down another three. So two quick triples for Luke Barrett as they bring North Myrtle Beach back within 9, 17-8. 6:50 remaining here in the second quarter. Swinging it over now. Gray into the paint. Finds Morales. Top of the key for three. He knocks down that one. He won't miss two in a row. 20-8. Carolina Forest back out within 12. Great response from Eric Morales to knock down the triple from the top of the key. It's going to be Stevenson for North Myrtle Beach in the same spot that Morales just knocked one down on the other end. He's going to fire and find Luke Barrett. Barrett back to Bass now, top of the key. He's going to work and find Barrett. Barrett goes back to Bass for three. That one rims out. No good. Rebound, Cade Taylor. Taylor pushes it up, finds Gray. Gray on the right wing. Thought about shooting. Gives it to Johnson. Johnson into Sario. Sario trying to use his frame to bully towards the basket. Instead, a beautiful little pass to Cade Taylor running the back door. Taylor puts it right up and in. 22-8. Carolina Forest leads by 14. Barrett now for North Myrtle Beach tried a little attack, tried to catch Carolina Forest off on transition. Does not work. Instead, it's going to find Stevenson working on the left wing. Stevenson matched up right now with Eric Morales. Pass going to be swung over to Bass. Bass into the paint. Layup is no good. He is fouled, however, while shooting, so he will be headed to the line to shoot two free throws. First foul for Landon Sario on the night. Team foul number 1. First free throw for Caden Bass. Going to be up and good. Bounced off the front of the rim, hit the backboard, eventually found the bottom of the net. Makes it 22-9. 13-point lead now for Carolina Forest. 5:41 remaining in the second quarter. Second free throw, Caden Bass. Taking his time. Shot is on the way. It's going to be good. Nothing but net. Hey, two beautiful free throws for Caden Bass. Cuts it down to 12. 22-10. Cade Taylor set to bring the ball to the floor for Carolina Forest. He's going to swing it to find Gray. Gray on the left wing. Gives it to Johnson now. Johnson working against Scott. It's going to go to Morales now on the other wing. Morales has it taken away. Caden Bass, the one who just hit those two nice free throws with the steal. He's going to find Barrett. Barrett thought about shooting. Instead gives it to Stevenson back on the wing. Stevenson going to find his guy in England on the block. Thought about posting up, instead gives it right back out to Barrett. Barrett for three, not going to go off the side of the rim. He's already hit 2 nice threes for North Myrtle Beach. This one's not going to go. Johnson has it on the other end for Carolina Forest. He gives it to Sario. Sario for the long jumper, not going to go, but a beautiful offensive rebound for Eric Morales. Taylor now for three, not going to go, but another offensive rebound. That one goes back to Sario. He has the putback, and it's 24-10. Carolina Forest regains the 14-point lead. 4:39 remaining now in the second quarter. It's going to be Bass. Bass swings it all the way to England. England into Stevenson, who eventually finds Scott, who goes up and in and one North Myrtle Beach. And he'll be headed to the line to capitalize and try to make it a 3-point play. So a beautiful play inside the paint. Darren Scott gets up, gets physical, gets the layup to drop, and is headed to the line to shoot his free throw. That foul also going to go against Landon Sario, his second foul of the night, team foul number 2. Substitution for North Myrtle Beach. It's going to be Luke Barrett subbing out, replacing him, going to be the junior forward, Chance Floyd. Free throw up for Scott. It is good. Makes it 24-13. North Myrtle Beach back within 11. 4:31 remaining in this first half. Zinconi now bringing the ball up the floor for Carolina Forest. He'll be working against Stevenson. He dumps it off to Morales. Morales thought about dishing it back. Instead gives it to Gray. Gray to Johnson. Working now top the key, finds an opening in the lane, and he attacks. 26-13. Brandon Johnson, a beautiful way to find a gap in the defense. Layup up and in. Carolina Forest extends their lead back to 13. And on the other end, North Myrtle Beach tried to get aggressive, and it does not pay out. Pass over the head of Jaden Chestnut, sails out of bounds as Carolina Forest ball on the baseline. Zinconi bringing it up for the Panthers. He'll be working again against Stevenson. Gray has it, dishes it to Zinconi. Zinconi thought about the layup, saw his guy closing in, hits Johnson on the wing. They're going to say he didn't gather himself before putting the ball on the ground. It is a travel, and it'll be North Myrtle Beach ball on the sideline. Substitution for Carolina Forest. They're going to sub out Johnson after the travel, replaced by R.J. Henry. That was premeditated, just so happened he committed the turnover right before the substitution. Bringing it up the floor now. Going to be Bass. Bass fires, finds Floyd. Floyd into the paint, lost his dribble. It's taken away, stolen by R.J. Henry. Henry now finds Morales, thought about shooting, gives it back to Henry. Now it goes to Gray, top of the key. Gray working against Floyd. Going to find Zinconi in the left corner. Gives it right back to Morales, top of the key. Morales going to drive. 3 guys in the paint waiting for him. He was fouled. That foul is going to go against Chance Floyd. His first foul of the evening, team foul number 1. Inbound for Carolina Forest. Going to be Zinconi looking to find a guy. He gets it in, finds Gray in the left corner. Gray once again working against Floyd. He swings it, finds Morales. Morales finds Zinconi, who's able to corral the wild pass, keeps it in bounds, and the offensive possession stays alive for Carolina Forest. Now it's Henry top of the key. Henry finds Zinconi. Zinconi spots up for 3, and he knocks it down from the right wing. 29-13. Carolina Forest extends their lead to 16. Now the full court press for Carolina Forest, trying to create an opportunity right back. It's going to be Scott of North Myrtle. He has it taken away. They're going to say North Myrtle called a timeout right before the steal. That was a close one. Fortunate break for North Myrtle to be able to get that one off. It will be North Myrtle ball once we come back from the timeout. So 2:40 remaining now in the first half, and Carolina Forest leads 29-13. So we'll be right back with the final 2 minutes and 40 seconds of this second quarter. Again, Carolina Forest leads 29-13.
You have things in your way that you don't have the time or means to move? You can call GT Junk Removal at 843-605-2147 for quotes to move stuff efficiently and effectively. Again, that's 843-605-2147. Make sure to clean up your life and get those things out of your way.
So it's going to be North Myrtle ball as they are set to inbound on the sideline. That ball almost got away from him. They're going to say that he called timeout right before the steal. Very close. Fortunate, again, North Myrtle's able to get that one off. So to inbound, but it is taken away, but it's thrown right back. Taylor had a beat on the pass. Tried to keep it in bounds as he was sailing out. But this one's going to be taken away. It's going to be Nolan on the steal. Nolan drives into the paint, but his layup attempt is no good. Rebound, North Myrtle. It's Chestnut on the rebound. Now it's going to be Stevenson on the left wing. Stevenson going to find a man open in the corner. It's Vereen. Thought about shooting instead. Brings it into the paint. Layup attempt, no good, but a putback for Luke Barrett is up and in. Actually, that's going to be Chance Floyd on the second attempt effort. Makes it 29-15. Carolina Force leads by 14. 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Gray now into the paint. Layup attempt, no good. He was fouled, and he'll be headed to the line to shoot 2 free throws. That foul going to go against number 11, Chance Floyd. It's going to be his second foul tonight. And for Carolina Force, if there's one guy you want at the free throw line, it's going to be J.J. Gray. 129 free throws on the year. Second in all of 5A. Also leads Region 6. First free throw going to be up and good for J.J. Makes it 30-15. A 15-point lead for Carolina Force. 1:57 remaining in this second quarter. As Gray takes his time at the line. Second free throw attempt up and money. 31-15. 16-point lead for Carolina Force. Set to inbound for North Myrtle is going to be Floyd. Floyd looks around, finally finds his guy in Scott. Scott gives it back to Floyd, trying to break this full court press. They're able to get it past half court. It's going to be England. England into Stevenson. Layup attempt, no good. Rebounds Zinconi, and Carolina Force is taking it the other way. Zinconi finds Gray. Gray to Taylor. Taylor spots up and shoots off the pass. No good. Failed to find a piece of the rim. Rebound Stevenson into the paint. Layup attempt, no good. Goes off the hands of a Carolina Force defender. Going to remain North Myrtle Beach ball. And it looks like Barrett is going to come over to inbound for North Myrtle Beach. Barrett trying to find a guy on the inbound. Bounces off the foot of Zinconi. So good defense there on the inbound. Going to remain North Myrtle Beach ball, and we'll do it once again. Barrett again looking around. Time is running, finally gets it out to Bass. He was at the 4-second mark. Any longer with that ball in his hands would have surely been a turnover for North Myrtle. But Bass is going to find the paint. Layup attempt, no good. Rebound, Nolan has it taken away. But Henry quick to get it right back. Henry hit in an uncomfortable spot by Bass on the takeaway. Time's going to stop here. Henry on the floor. And he seems to be in a bit of pain. We're going to have the trainers come over and help him to his feet. Looks like he got hit in an uncomfortable spot on his stomach. Never a sight you want to see. Looks like he's just going to go take a seat on the bench. Try to collect himself for a second. So subbing into the game to replace R.J. Henry, going to be number 0, Aiden Armstrong. Barrett once again on the inbound for North Myrtle. Finds Bass. Bass floater into the paint, no good. Rebound by Gray, and Gray is going to have a run at the basket. He goes all the way into the paint. Layup attempt, no good. It is contested from a North Myrtle Beach defender. That one bounces around off 5 different people's hands. Eventually lands out of bounds. They're going to say it was last touched by a North Myrtle Beach defender. Going to remain Carolina Force ball set to inbound on the baseline. Inbounding for Carolina Force going to be Cade Taylor. Taylor looking around, trying to find a guy. Gets it into Armstrong. Armstrong thought about shooting the jumper. Instead brings it top of the key, and the Panthers are just going to reset. Going to be Zinconi now, top of the key. He fires, finds a wide open Taylor for 3. He knocks it down, 34-15. It's going to be a 19-point lead for Carolina Force. 50 seconds remain now in this opening half. Carolina Force has been dominant all half here to open up this contest. Top of the key, it's going to be Bass. Bass working against Zinconi, gets into the paint. Floater attempt, no good. Rebound by Gray. And they're going to try to advance it, but it's stripped away by Bass. Second attempt effort for him now. Again, no good. And another rebound for Gray. They're going to say he was fouled on the way down. Gray sitting at 5 rebounds tonight. Averages 7.5 on the season. Again, those 7.5 rebounds, good enough to place him first in all of the region. But Gray on pace to outplay that average mark. Finally inbounding now for Carolina Forces, Armstrong. Armstrong's going to find Taylor. Taylor brings it up the floor, finds Zinconi. Zinconi's working against Scott. He brings it to the top of the key, finds Armstrong, thought about shooting. Just 15 seconds remain now in the opening half. Zinconi back again, top of the key, still working against Scott. Gonna bring it into the paint, finds Gray. Gray, top of the key for 3, not gonna go. Offensive rebound from Zinconi. Second effort, no good. Third effort from Nolan, also no good. That ball's loose. It's gonna hit the floor as the clock expires, so we're gonna head to the half. Your score, 34-15. Carolina Force, the 19-point lead, entering the locker rooms. A big statement from the Panthers as they look to close out their 2025-26 regular season on a high note. So again, Carolina Force leading 34-15 as both teams head towards the locker room. So we'll be right back with a quick little halftime report, and then after that, we'll be back with third quarter action. Again, Carolina Force leads 34-15 as we head to the half.
Have things in your way that you don't have the time or means to move? You can call GT Junk Removal at 843-605-2147 for quotes to move stuff efficiently and effectively. Again, that's 843-605-2147. Make sure to clean up your life and get those things out of your way.
If you need your car detailed and cleaned, you're in luck. Beach Boys Detailing is a respected and dedicated car detailing business around the Carolina Forest area. You can find the Beach Boys at 843-455-6182 or on their Instagram, Beach Boys Detailing Go. Again, that number is 843-455-6182. The Beach Boys hope to see you soon.
So Carolina Forest holds that 34-15 lead at halftime, up 19 in the final regular season game of this 2025-26 season. 4 minutes remain until the Panthers and Chiefs take the court once again for some second half action. But like we mentioned, a big game tonight, as Carolina Forest currently sits third in the region standings, right behind Conway, who is in second place, both of which are 6-3 in the region. Conway just so happens to hold the tiebreaker, although Carolina Forest has beat them twice this season. Right above both of them in first place is the St. James Sharks, currently at 9-0 in the region. They take on Conway tonight in a big matchup, because if St. James can go to a perfect 10-0 in the region and defeat the Conway Tigers, making them 6-4 in region on the season, Carolina Forest, with a win tonight, would be 7-3 and jump them to finish second in the standings for Region 6. So definitely the result that Carolina Forest is seeking to happen. But tonight, the story has been the defense of Carolina Forest, like it's been all season, because as they've been able to create these turnovers, create steals, get rebounds, get big on the board, whatever it has been for Carolina Forest, not letting North Myrtle score, capitalize. They create their own opportunities. They then capitalize, as we saw, going up 15 points in the opening 6 minutes. Again, they led 17-2 at one point in this contest, and they have just kept North Myrtle out of it for the long haul. It's 34-15. They're up 19 at the half, and they look to come out, close out, and not let North Myrtle get back on the board to start this second half. As we have a cool little display from the JROTC team here at Carolina Forest, as they put on a show for everyone in attendance at this final regular season game in the Panther Den. But again, Carolina Forest just has to come out, do what they do, put that high-powered offense on display, get turnovers, get stops, and continue to play high-quality basketball as they've done throughout the first 2 quarters here tonight. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with second half action. Stay tuned.
You have things in your way that you don't have the time or means to move? You can call GT Junk Removal at 843-605-2147 for quotes to move stuff efficiently and effectively. Again, that's 843-605-2147. Make sure to clean up your life and get those things out of your way.
If you need your car detailed and cleaned, you're in luck. Beach Boys Detailing is a respected and dedicated car detailing business around the Carolina Forest area. You can find the Beach Boys at 843-455-6182 or on their Instagram, Beach Boys Detailing Gone. Again, that number is 843-455-6182. The Beach Boys hope to see you soon.
as we are back with third quarter action to start the half. North Myrtle Beach ball. It's going to be Stevenson, top of the key. He's going to fire around, finds his guy, Premier Lewis. Lewis spinning now, tries to find an opening. He's unable to. Going to kick back out to the sideline and find Barrett. Barrett looking around, right back to Lewis, who's going to fire a three. Not going to go. Rebound, Henry. Henry bringing it up the floor now for Carolina Forest. He'll be working against Bass. Henry fires, finds Taylor. Taylor drive to the basket. Layup attempt no good, but a beautiful offensive board for Jaden Nolan. Nolan goes right back up, and he capitalizes on the second effort points. Exactly what Carolina Forest needs to do. Keep creating opportunities for yourself and capitalize off those opportunities. 36-15, Carolina Forest leads by 21, their biggest lead of the night. 7:03 remaining in the third quarter, and Cade Taylor has a steal. Taylor fires up to Gray, thought about shooting, brings it to the top of the key, gonna dish off to Taylor, back to Nolan. Nolan now to Gray. Gray fires from downtown, does not go. Rebound Stevenson, and North Myrtle will be headed back towards their end of the floor. Stevenson working against Zincone. He's going to fire on the top of the key. He's going to find Barrett. Barrett back to Lewis, who drives into the paint against Taylor. Big rejection from Zincone. Right after the ferocious block, it's going to be a foul call against Carolina Forest. That foul going to go against R.J. Henry. It's going to be his first foul of the night, team foul number 1. Carolina Forest played a relatively clean game through the first 2 quarters. Only 2 fouls in the first 2 quarters. That is their third foul here in the third quarter. And a big block from Nolan. So 2 big rejections for Carolina Forest to start off this second half. They've come out, and that defensive prowess is on full display for the Panthers. Set to inbound is going to be Barrett. Looking around, finds Bass. Bass stuck in the corner, working against Henry. Tries to get around him, gets into the paint, dishes off, finds his guy in Angelin, and he goes right up and knocks down the layup. 36-17, cuts this one back to 19. Going to be Henry bringing it up the floor. He's going to find Taylor. Taylor on that left wing. Brings it back now to the top of the key. Into the paint. Finds Gray on the wing. Gray going to fire for 3. Not going to go. He is fouled, however, and he will be headed to the line to shoot 2 free throws. I think Gray thought that 3 was going to go in plus the foul, because as soon as that hits the back of the rim and bounces out, he gives a little look to the bench like he thought he was about to capitalize on a 4-point play. But nonetheless, J.J. Gray headed to the free throw line. He has 131 made on the season. Make it 132 as Carolina Forest has the 20-point lead. Gray, second free throw. Going to load up, going to be up and no good off the front iron and out. Remains 37-17 with a little over 6 minutes left to play in the third quarter. 6:01 to be exact. Third free throw up for Gray. That's good, nothing but net, and Carolina Forest leads 38-17. Or for any Fetty Wap fans out there, 17-38. North Myrtle Beach bringing it up the court now. Going to be Lewis. Lewis, top of the key. Eventually, he's going to find Barrett. Barrett working against Taylor. This one's going to go back to Lewis. He's double teamed, tries to find the back door. It's taken away by Nolan. Again, Carolina Forest defense been stifling up until this point. It's Henry. Tries to find a backdoor cut of his own to Nolan. Had the read there. But Luke Barrett just able to get a finger on it and knock it out of bounds. Going to remain Carolina Forest ball. Henry set to inbound on the baseline. He's going to find Zincone at the top of the key. Zincone fires now to Taylor. Working on that right wing to Henry. Henry for 3 does not go. Rebound Stevenson, and North Myrtle Beach has it going the other way. Stevenson on the left wing, going to bring it into the paint. Fires the jumper, no good. They're going to say he was fouled, and he will be headed to the line to shoot 2 free throws. That foul goes against Nick Zincone, his first foul of the night. First free throw up and no good for Rio Stevenson. Going to remain 17-38. Again, a little over 5 minutes left to play now in the third quarter. Second free throw for Stevenson, also no good. Goes 0 for 2 at the line, and they go empty-handed. Now it's going to be Henry who's above the pack for three. Does not go. Rebound England. And North Myrtle Beach has the push right back. Going to be Stevenson once again for the Chiefs. He's on that left wing working against Henry. He now drives into the paint. Taylor able to contest. They're going to call it a jump ball, and the possession arrow is in favor of Carolina Forest. So a beautiful contest from Cade Taylor. Gets his hands on there, rips the ball away from Stevenson, and Carolina Forest has it right back, set to inbound on the baseline. So he's going to find Zinconi. Zinconi gives it right back to Taylor, and he's trying to break the full court press implemented by North Myrtle, which he does with ease. He's working against Stevenson as he drives right into the paint. He dishes off, finds Morales. Morales for three. He knocks it down. 41-17. Carolina Force leads by 24. 4:27 remains in this third quarter. It's going to be Lewis. Lewis brings it into the paint. He's going to kick back out to the arc. He finds Stevenson. Stevenson into the paint. His layup attempt, no good. Offensive rebound by England. Keeps it alive. He's going to dish off and find Lewis. Lewis tries to find the back door. Back to England. Does not work out. Eventually gets back up top of the key to Stevenson. Stevenson drives into the paint. His jump shot, no good. And another offensive rebound. Stevenson gets the board of his own. Kicks out, finds Lewis for three, no good. And Carolina Force finally gets the takeaway after a rebound from Morales. Now all the way into Zinconi. Layup attempt, no good, but he is fouled, and he'll be headed to the line to shoot 2 free throws. That foul goes against Porter, England. England, 6'3", the tallest player on the North Myrtle Beach lineup. That is the second team foul for North Myrtle. Free throw attempt up for Nick Zinconi, no good off the front iron, remains 41-17 with 3:50 left in this third quarter. Mass substitution here for North Myrtle Beach. Subbing out, going to be Rio Stevenson, Porter England, and Luke Barrett. Subbing in, going to be Tavion Vereen, Terrence Scott, and what looks to be Jaden Chestnut. Substitution for Carolina Force as well. Subbing out, going to be Jaden Nolan and RJ Henry. Subbing in, Josiah Fisher and Eric Morales. Now for North Myrtle in the corner. Gore thought about shooting a three, brings it into the paint. Jump shot going to be up and good. Makes it 41-19. North Myrtle cuts this one back to 22. Zinconi now into the paint, going to find Gray. Gray fires for three. He knocks it down. Quick response for Carolina Force. 44-19, 25-point lead. 3:07 remaining in the third quarter. Top of the key now for North Myrtle is Lewis. Lewis fires out, finds his guy in Bass, who's working on the left wing against Zinconi. He's going to try to drive into the paint, dishes off. Finds his guy in Vereen. Vereen just going to dish it right back off to Lewis. Lewis working on that left wing against Taylor. Double team now. Gray and Taylor close in on him, and that's enough to get the takeaway. Steal from Carolina Force, going to go to Eric Morales. He is fouled right after the steal, and that foul going to go against Teron Scott. Going to be his first foul of the night, and that'll be team foul number 3. Another substitution for Carolina Force is going to be Brandon Johnson subbing in. He replaces Nick Zinconi. So it's Morales bringing it up the floor for Carolina Force. He's going to dish off to Gray. Gray goes over to Johnson, who's working on the top of the key. Goes back to Morales. Morales thought about shooting, gives it to Taylor instead, who's working on that right wing. Taylor back to Morales, who finds Johnson. Johnson, foot on the line. It's a deep 2, but he knocks it down. 46-19, 27-point lead. 2:10 remains in the third quarter. So Carolina Force not slowing down on offense in the slightest. Push shot for Vereen, no good. Rebounded by Taylor. Taylor now on the run for Carolina Force. Dishes off to Morales. A beautiful transition pass up and in. Eric Morales layup makes it 48-19. and they're holding a 29-point lead over North Myrtle Beach. And just as we spoke about that offense not letting off that gas pedal, they strike once again in transition, which has been their bread and butter all season long. And on cue, another missed three for North Myrtle Beach. Rebound Taylor, but it's thrown away. Steal from Bass. Bass layup attempt is no good. They're going to say it was last touched by a Carolina Force defender as they headed out of bounds. And it remains North Myrtle Beach ball on the baseline. Inbounding now. Top of the key. He's going to find Rio Stevenson, who just checked into the game, replacing Premier Lewis. Stevenson layup, no good. Second attempt effort. Does not go in, but he is fouled. It was Teron Scott on the second chance, so he'll be headed to the free throw line, and he is set to shoot 2 free throws. That foul goes against Brandon Johnson, his first foul of the night, team foul number 3. First free throw attempt for Scott, going to be up and in, makes it 48-20 with 1:16 remaining in the third quarter. Second free throw attempt, going to be up and in. 2 nice free throws for Scott, brings him back within 27. So 48-21, minute 15 remaining in the third quarter. And Taylor brings it up the court. Taylor finds Morales. Morales, a quick 3, does not go. Offensive rebound for Johnson. They're going to say Johnson was fouled as Chance Floyd went for the strip, but just got a little too aggressive and caught a piece of the arm. It's going to be Floyd's third foul of the night, team foul number 4. So Carolina Force just 1 foul away from the bonus. Taylor in the corner for 3, does not go. Rebound from Stevenson, and North Myrtle is pushing it the other way. Stevenson fires to Floyd. Floyd tried to find Scott, just a little too wide on the pass. Bounces off the hands of Scott, and that'll be a turnover. Carolina Force ball on the baseline. 49-21, Carolina Force leads by 28 with 51 seconds remaining in the third quarter. It's going to be Taylor bringing it up the floor for Carolina Force. He'll be working against Chance Floyd. Taylor dishes off, finds Fisher. Fisher back to Morales, who finds Taylor in the corner. Taylor, nice pass on the cut to Morales. They're going to say he stepped on the baseline. It's going to be a turnover, and North Myrtle is going to have an inbound on that baseline. So it's going to be an inbound. Stevenson set to bring it up the floor for North Myrtle. Stevenson looking around, brings the top of the key, working against Taylor. Double team collapses. Fisher gets a hand on it. It's knocked away and stolen. It's going to be Morales on the fast break. Morales into the paint. Layup attempt, no good. Rebound North Myrtle. It's going to be Scott getting big on the board. And North Myrtle's going to have it pushing the other way. It's going to be Vereen. Have to be careful of the time here. Just 5 seconds remain here in the third quarter. Vereen tried to get it away. Stolen by Fisher. 2 seconds. 1. Finds Gray. Gray, 3 at the buzzer. Not going to go off the back of the rim. Great job from the Panthers there to be able to recoup with just 3 seconds left on that steal. Fisher jumps the pass. Gets it up to Gray. 3 just off at the buzzer. So it's going to remain 49-21, a 28-point lead as we enter the fourth and final quarter of the regular season. Again, Carolina Force leads 49-21 as we enter the fourth and final quarter. We'll be right back with the final 8 minutes of play.
Do you have things in your way that you don't have the time or means to move? You can call GT Junk Removal at 843-605-2147 for quotes to move stuff efficiently and effectively. Again, that's 843-605-2147. Make sure to clean up your life and get those things out of your way.
If you need your car detailed and cleaned, you're in luck. Beach Boys Detailing is a respected and dedicated car detailing business around the Carolina Forest area. You can find the Beach Boys at 843-455-6182 or on their Instagram, Beach Boys Detailing Go. Again, that number is 843-455-6182. The Beach Boys hope to see you soon.
Inbound for the fourth and final quarter goes for North Myrtle. It's going to be Lewis in the backcourt, bringing it up the floor for the Chiefs. Lewis, top of the key, working against Taylor. Taylor gets a hand on the ball, and he gets the takeaway. Taylor all the way into the paint, dumps off for Fisher. Fisher floater attempt, not going to go, just rattles off the rim. Going to be a defensive rebound, and it's going to be Bass getting big on the board. He pushes up, he finds Lewis. Lewis into the paint, dump off, finds his man in Vereen, but the layup just a little too strong. Goes off the board, rebound for Taylor. Carolina Force has it the other way. Now it's going to be a 3 attempt for Morales. Goes off the back iron, no good. Bounces off a North Myrtle defender. Remains Carolina Force ball, and it's going to be Taylor set to inbound on the baseline. Taylor looking around for a guy now. Has to get it in. Eventually finds Gray working in that left corner. Gray swings it over to Johnson, who's working on the left wing. Johnson going to be working against Jaden Chestnut. Gets it back to Gray. Gray is working against Lewis. Had it poked away. There is a guy there to get it back for Carolina Force, however. And now it goes back in the hands of Gray. He's going to drive into the paint. Layup attempt, no good. Defensive rebound, and North Myrtle's moving the other way. It's going to be Lewis for the Chiefs. Driving into the paint. That one gets away. Brandon Johnson went for the rebound for Carolina Force, just couldn't get a handle on it. It heads out of bounds, and it's North Myrtle ball set to inbound on their own baseline. Inbounding now, it's going to be Bass. Bass looks to find his guy and gets it into England. England right back to Bass, who's going to attack the basket. Nice layup attempt, which goes up and in. 49-23, cutting down that lead to 26. 6:38 remaining in the fourth quarter. Now it goes top of the key for Carolina Force. Brandon Johnson. Johnson going to attack the basket. He is fouled. Layup attempt is no good, but he'll be headed to the line to shoot 2 free throws. That foul goes against Caden Bass. His second foul of the evening, team foul number 1 in this fourth and final quarter. So Brandon Johnson, who normally rocks the headbandless tonight, also normally rocks the long sleeves. But tonight, I guess it's a special occasion for the final regular season game. No headband and no long sleeves. A big wardrobe malfunction tonight for Brandon Johnson. Very weird sight for my eyes. I'm used to the accessories. I was an accessories guy myself back in my playing days, believe it or not. But I guess the wardrobe just ran its course over the course of the season. And speaking of which, all the way down on the other end of the floor, and one for North Myrtle Beach, getting into the paint and getting big on the glass was Jaden Chestnut. Beautiful layup attempt, and again, got it to drop. That foul goes against J.J. Gray. Gonna be his first foul of the night. Actually, they're going to say it was not an and one. They're going to say it was on the floor foul before he was able to get that layup up. So no harm done on the foul by JJ. Instead, it's going to be a inbound for 3. Not going to go. Shooting that was Bass. And it was just a little too strong. Rebound for Gray. And he'll bring it up the floor for Carolina Force. He's going to find Johnson, top of the key. Johnson thought about shooting. Instead, it's going to pass off. He finds White. 3, just a little too hard for White. Bounces out, but he is fouled while in that shooting motion. That foul goes against Eric Lewis. And that's his first team foul number 2. And Jack White heads to the free throw line, shooting 3 free throws. First attempt, gonna be up and good. Bounces high off the back of the rim and finds the net. So that makes it 51-23. Carolina Force up 28. Second attempt for White, no good off the back of the rim. Third free throw attempt, gonna be up and good. Gonna make it 52-23. Carolina Force holds that 29-point lead. 5:57 remain in this fourth and final quarter. going to be Bass on the left wing for North Myrtle. He's going to find Lewis. Lewis, nifty moves, creates an opportunity, dishes out to Bass. 3, no good off the rim and out. Offensive rebound now for Bass, giving himself a second chance effort. Heads back towards the corner. Dishes out, finds Chestnut for the mid-range jumper. No good. Rebound Johnson, and he pushes for Carolina Force all the way coast to coast, showing off that vertical speed, gets in the air, knocks home the layup. 54-23, a 31-point lead for Carolina Force. 5:21 remains now in the contest, and it's going to be a foul called. Looks like that foul going to go against Landon Sario. It's going to be Sario's third foul, team foul number 2. That's going to send Bass to the free throw line for North Myrtle. First free throw attempt going to be no good. Hits the front of the rim and gets stuck on the corner of the basket. Not something you see every day. You usually don't see that ball get lodged between the rim on a free throw. Seen a lot of stuff, especially this season. It's been an interesting season with a lot of different outcomes, a lot of different just interesting things you don't normally see, but never the ball getting stuck on a free throw. So thank you, Caden Bass. You showed us something on the very last regular season game we have yet to see. Second free throw is up and in for Bass. Makes it 54-24, an even 30-point lead for Carolina Force. 5:15 remaining now in the fourth and final quarter. It's going to be Henry top of the key, working against Rio Stevenson. He dishes off to Gray. Gray on that left wing, gets into the paint. Layup attempt, no good. Second chance effort, also no good. Third chance effort, gets another rebound. And he is up and in. He also got fouled. That foul goes against Dustin Clement, his first foul of the night. It's going to be the third team foul in North Myrtle, and J.J. Gray heads to the free throw line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. Free throw for Gray, going to be up and no good off the front of the rim and off the back iron. Rebound for Vereen. North Myrtle Beach now pushing it. Going to be Barrett on the left wing. Barrett finds Stevenson, top of the key, who gets it back to an open Vereen for 3. Does not go. Heads out of bounds. And it's going to be Carolina Force ball on the inbound. Substitution now for Carolina Force. Going to be Nixon Coney subbing in. He replaces Cade Taylor, along with Eric Morales subbing in to replace J.J. Gray. So inbounding now for the Panthers, going to be Henry. He finds Zinconi, and Zinconi set to bring it up past half court. He'll be working against Vereen. Dishes back to Henry. Henry fires top the key for 3. Does not go. Rebound for Teron Scott. Scott gets the board for North Myrtle. The Chiefs are pushing, and it's going to be a 3 attempt for Vereen again off the front iron and no good. Rebound Teron Scott. Gets it back to Stevenson, and Stevenson's working on the left wing against Nixon Coney. That ball going to be put on the ground. Picked back up by Stevenson. Pass dishes out. Finds Clement. Clement working on the left wing. Gets it back in to Barrett. Barrett trying to make something happen, working against Eric Morales, giving him no breathing room. And the defensive efforts, once again, of Carolina Force are just becoming too much. A takeaway for Zinconi. Zinconi gets it back to Morales. Morales into the paint. Going to be fouled as he heads down to shoot the layup. That foul goes against Teron Scott. It's going to be his second foul of the night, team foul number 4. So Morales is going to head to the free throw line with 2 free throws to shoot. First attempt for Morales. Going to be up and good. Hits the back iron and in. Makes it 57-24 with 3:47 remaining in the fourth quarter. Substitution for Carolina Force. Going to be Jack White subbing out. Aiden Armstrong subbing in. Second free throw for Morales. Going to be up and in. 2 for 2 at the line, takes full advantage of that foul, makes it 58-24, 34-point lead for Carolina Force. 3:47 remain in this final quarter. As North Myrtle tries to push the pass, it's taken away. Steal from Nolan. Nolan finds Morales on the right wing. Thought about shooting. Instead, gets it to Zanconi. Zanconi into the paint. Layup is up and in with command. No one was going to stop Zanconi on that downhill attack. 60-24, a 36-point lead. Carolina Forest running away late in this contest. 3:19 remains now in the fourth quarter. It's going to be Stevenson for North Myrtle Beach into the paint. Didn't like the look he saw. Brings it all the way back out to the left wing and just resets the offense. Now it goes to Barrett. Barrett into the paint. Again, didn't like what they saw. Nolan, Armstrong, and Morales all creating a physical presence inside the paint that is preventing North Myrtle from pushing any offense down near the basket. And it looks as if an offensive player steps on the baseline for North Myrtle, so it's going to be a turnover, and it's going to be Carolina Forest ball. Substitution here for the Panthers. It's going to be Hayden Collier, along with Zamir Mateen subbing in. Subbing out was Nick Zanconi and Jaden Nolan. So on that left wing, it's going to be RJ Henry. Henry attacks the basket. Shot is no good. He is fouled, and he'll be headed to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. That foul going to go against number 11, Chance Floyd. It's going to be his 4th foul of the night. The most fouls of any player in this contest. And that is the 5th team foul for North Myrtle. So Carolina Forest has just entered the bonus. First free throw for RJ Henry. Going to be no good. Substitutions for Carolina Forest. It's going to be Trig Roberts subbing in. He replaces Eric Morales. Second free throw, going to be up and in for Henry. Makes it 61-24, and he's going to sub out immediately after making the free throw. Replacing him is going to be Jack White as he enters the contest once again. Inbound for North Myrtle. It's going to be Chance Floyd bringing it up the floor. He's working against Mateen. Mateen seeing his first action tonight on the floor, and he has a physical defensive presence, which is making it extremely difficult for Chance Floyd to maneuver on the perimeter. Shot attempt for North Myrtle. It's going to be a 3, top the key, no good. Offensive rebound by Jaden Chestnut. He goes up strong on the second chance effort. It is not good, but he is fouled, and he'll be headed to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. That foul is going to go against Hayden Collier, who just subbed in on the previous possession. First free throw attempt going to be up and in. Nice free throw attempt from Jaden Chestnut. Makes it 61-25. Second attempt going to be on its way and good. Nothing but net. So 2 nice looking free throws for Jaden Chestnut, cutting this one down to 35. 61-26 with 2:18 remaining in this contest. It's going to be Roberts now for Carolina Forest, top of the key. Roberts going to find Mateen. Mateen working all the way into the paint. Knocks a guy over. They're going to say he didn't set his feet. So it's going to be a blocking foul. Looks like that one's going to go against Brycey Gore. And that's going to send Zamir Mateen into the paint. Or to the free throw line, rather. So Zamir Mateen loads up. First free throw attempt on its way and no good. Too strong off the back iron. Remains 61-26 with just 2:06 left to play in the 4th and final quarter. Second free throw attempt going to be up and no good. Again off the back iron. 2 free throws that are just a little too strong, and Mateen ends up empty-handed at the line. Rebound now for North Myrtle. All the way into the paint is going to be Floyd. Floyd thought about shooting. Got walled off quickly by the presence of Collier and Mateen. Instead, Gonna get it back to Floyd, working on the baseline. This time his little push shot is up and in, makes it 61-28. Minute 40 remaining now in the fourth and final quarter. It's gonna be Armstrong bringing it up the floor for Carolina Forest. Armstrong finds White. White back top of the key to Mateen. Mateen working against Floyd. White maneuvering, working against Eric Lewis. That one almost gets away. Armstrong able to corral at top of the key, and he will be working against Premier Lewis. Now it's Collier. Collier pass in, tries to find Jack White, seeps away, heads out of bounds. They're going to say it was last touched by Chance Floyd, so it remains Carolina Forest ball, and it's going to be Aiden Armstrong set to inbound on their own baseline. Armstrong finds Roberts. Roberts back up to White, top of the key. Again, still working against Eric Lewis. This one goes to Mateen. Mateen for three, no good. Again, just a little too strong, and it's a rebound for North Myrtle. It's going to be Eric Lewis on the rebound, working now top of the key as we just approach under 1 minute to play. 55 seconds left in this fourth quarter. A nifty backdoor pass. Beautiful read from Eric Lewis. Finds his guy trailing into the paint. He is fouled, however. That foul going to go against Jack White, his first foul of the evening, team foul number 4. It's going to be an on-the-floor foul as Carolina Forest still has one more to give. And it's going to be an inbound for Eric Lewis. Lewis looking around, eventually finds his guy in Jaden Chestnut. Chestnut brings it back, top of the key, finds Premier Lewis. Lewis gives it to Floyd, whose push shot is too strong. Rebound, Carolina Forest. Collier on the rebound to Armstrong. Armstrong goes back to Collier for the layup. No good. He is fouled, and Collier will be headed to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Just 39 seconds remain in this contest. That foul goes against Brycey Gore, his second foul of the night. Team foul number 6. First free throw attempt for Collier. Going to be up and in. Makes it 62-28. Carolina Forest back out in front by 34. Second free throw attempt for Collier. Going to be up and in. Nothing but net. 2 nice free throws for Collier. Getting on the board. Making it 63-28. A 35-point lead for Carolina Forest. Just 33 seconds remaining. Nice shot on the other end from Chance Floyd, who gets the jumper to fall. 63-30, a quick response from North Myrtle Beach, but I fear it'll be just a little, too late. Again, remains 63-30. 16 seconds remain in the contest. This one goes into Collier. Collier back to Roberts. Roberts for 3 off the front iron. No good. Offensive rebound for Collier. His second attempt, no good. Third attempt for Collier, no good. Fourth attempt for Collier, up and no good. And clock expires. The bench gets hype as they wanted to see the putback opportunity. Collier had it at the other end. 4 separate opportunities, all of which just fall a little too short or a little too strong. But that'll end the contest nonetheless. So again, Carolina Forest going to walk out of here in the final regular season game of the 2025-26 season as they win by a score of 63-30. So Carolina Forest wins their final regular season game in commanding fashion, and they will head into the playoffs at a 16-7 record. Carolina Forest going to finish 7-3 in region play, a huge advance from last year when they finished 3-7 in the region. So they're able to flip that script, flip those 2 numbers, and finish at 7-3 in the region. It's all going to come down tonight. Who wins that St. James Conway game again? Carolina Forest took care of their part. They won 63-30. And now Conway, if they lose that game, has the opportunity to jump the Tigers in the rankings and finish second. And perfect timing, just as we're talking about it, Coach DeWalt comes up to give me a personal note. That win will secure Carolina Forest the 2nd seed in the region, meaning that they will have home court advantage all throughout the playoffs, all the way up until the lower state matchup. So a huge win for Carolina Forest as they finish second in region play this year, 7-3 on the season inside of the region, 16-7 in regular season play, and they will secure home court advantage all the way up through the lower state finals. So give it up for your Panthers, a must-win game, and they did exactly what they needed to, got a commanding 33-point victory. So again, Carolina Forest wins 63-30, and they will host their playoff games all the way up through the lower state finals. So they finish second in the region, and they host all the way through the lower state finals. Again, Carolina Forest finishes the season 16-7, 7-3 in region play. And next up is going to be playoffs for your Panthers. Make sure to tune in for those playoff games, as again, because they're home, they will be broadcasted. So I hope to see you soon for the first round of the South Carolina 5A playoffs. Thank you for tuning in. Go Panthers as they finish the season 16-7.